Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia, and for today's tutorial I will be recreating this wrap that I'm wearing today. I am wearing the Bobo. Now I've had a few questions about wrapping the Bobo, and I thought why not just take it back to the beginning and start over with the basic wraps. For the next 7 days I will be wearing my Bobo, and I'm just beginning again with the basic beginning wraps, like the Regal wrap. I've got a whole list here that I'm excited to try out again with the Bobo shaper. Now the Bobo wraps just a little bit differently than our other shapers, and it's kind of important when we get a new shaper to just begin again with some old favorites that we may not have wrapped in quite some time. So I'm going to take this off. Now the beginner's luck typically has a tail. My kitten friend is not tail friendly. He likes his tail, but anything that dangles, he has his mitts on. So I'd rather not tempt him with tails. So I'm going to take this one off, and I apologize. I feel like I'm rushing. This is the fourth time I've done this today. I filmed the video this morning and it was great. I had lots of looks in it, and I didn't save. I had to reboot my computer, and I don't know where in the world it went, but it's not on my computer. So I tried refilming, and it's been an interesting my computer not working with me kind of day. So I will not let that defeat me. All right, now as far as wrapping, I had a question about tying on the Bobo. Now when I first started wearing it, I tied it on, and I found that it was a little looser than I liked it. So when I saw Leora's video, she did a video where she wrapped with the Bobo. She just crisscrossed in the back, snugged it on, brought the first tail up and over, tucking away like so, and brought the other one the opposite direction. This makes it possible to snug it down and make it fit your head well, because everybody's head is a different size. Let me tuck this in. Okay, and this just kind of overlaps in the back just a little bit. Now I'm going to tuck that tail in, so we got it there. Now my hair is trying to start to fall out of its style. I have it up into clips, just the way I wear my hair when I'm wearing the Bobo. Typically I don't put pins in my hair or anything, and right now I don't have pins. I have those nifty little they're combs. They're hair combs, so they're rectangular, but the back looks like this. Right now this is a mess, please ignore this part, but here's how I have it in the back. Now for the beginning wraps, again I'm taking it back to easy peasy to wrap scarves. This one is just a cotton or cotton viscose. I'm not remembering what the fabric content is, but I do know it feels like a nice textured cotton. And this one is a Striped Delight. I have it in several different colors back there. Okay. I'm going to put it on my head at an angle. Now, when I'm putting it on my head at the angle, I want the angle just like this. This is my right shoulder, my left shoulder. I want the short end to come out over my right shoulder when I have it angled this way, and the long end over here. Now I'm going to tie the knot in the back so that the long tail comes out on the bottom, because it'll make it a nice and smooth wrap. So toss this back over, and I'm going to, okay, it takes me a couple seconds. There we go. just like so. Remember not to tie too tightly. Okay. I've got a little ugly piece right there. I'm just going to tuck it in. Give it a little pull. Now I'm going to find how this tail lays neatly. All right, so we have this direction. Now I want to keep the scarf pretty much fully open. I normally fold into thirds when I do this, but with the bobo, I can find that I can leave the scarf more open. The back I typically fold in because it's got this wonky piece that just kind of looks odd in the back, and I end up folding it up anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this up at the angle. And if you see here, you have some showing. Keep tension and pull forward just a bit. And then just walk that forward. We have our tail. Now this goes very smoothly here. Okay, now the second, or the outer tube of fluff is back here. This is the inner tube of fluff right here. I like to have my knot right just in front of the fluff. Now you can totally do it on top of the fluff or in between. So you could have a knot here or here or here. It changes where your knot placement just changes a little bit the look of the wrap. Now I'm bringing up this shorter tail. I'm going to bring it around and pull through, and you have one beginner's luck knot. Now this tail, I do believe, is traditionally pulled down and around the back and tucked. I've always pulled it up and tucked it underneath, so you typically have like so. Let me see if I can tuck it. I don't normally do it this way, so it might be a little awkward. Okay, so spin around to show you the back. This is the look. Now, when I do mine, typically I do the knot, I pull it taut, and I find the pocket, and I just stuff it up underneath. When I first started wrapping, for some reason I got it in my head that this was the way it was done, and I have not been able to break myself of the habit of tucking it up here. Okay. You can always go back and adjust the edges to make them crisper. You can find this one, I believe, and give it a good pull just to make it a little bit flatter. Okay, now that is the beginner's luck. Now with my adorable friend and my shadow, my co-star, my sweet Micah, I can't have this right now until I teach him that my scarves are not toys. I can't have a little dangly part going. So I'm just going to fold this in, and I'm bringing it around the back. I like to keep it a little bit flat. Let me spin around so it's like this. And then I'm going to find the pocket right here. And I'm going to tuck it in. Okay. Just like so. Now, if you find it lumpy, there we go. I did not beat myself in the head too hard. It's just tapping it in, tapping it down, it works for me. But okay, just like that. So this was my finished look for today. You know, I will say every time I wrap with a textured scarf or a patterned scarf, the pattern moves around a little bit, so I get a little bit of a different look each time, and I kind of like that. Now if I wanted to, I could totally add a pin. That's up to you. You could add a headband in here, because that's really pretty too. That kind of dresses it up a little bit, kind of like this. Just have it, obviously not with the elastic showing, but just kind of like so. It's kind of cool. So I hope that this has been helpful. This series is something I'm really excited about. I like taking things back to the beginning and reinforcing skills that, you know, I may have pushed aside over my wrap journey. So I've got a list of, I don't think I said it because I've filmed this several times, and I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, that this one actually saves to the computer this time. I've got a list here. Like today is the beginner's luck. Tomorrow I'm thinking I might just do a regal on the Bobo. I have on the list a Marrakesh, a Countess veil. I like the Countess veil, and I think I might be able to shift the shaper back and have the Countess veil sit a little further back and down. I think that would be really cool. I have a fan wrap, because again, the fan wrap is so pretty, and I'm wondering how I'm going to do the fan wrap with the Bobo, the placement of the different aspects of it. I have a lazy April, and then Andrea did this really cool bow wrap, and oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to have a link to the tutorials in the description so you could see the different tutorials. But the bow wrap I really want to try. And then because I have 9 different wraps in a week's worth, I'm going to transition from the beginner through doing steadily more advanced wraps till we get to the intermediate, and then the advanced with the Bobo. So this is a few weeks process. I'm going to do 1 week of beginner, then I'm going to move into intermediate, and then do a week of advanced wraps. So these last 2, the one scarf zigzag wrap, I'm really super excited because I have the signature back there. I have a pastel signature. So I'm going to be working with that one for a little bit to get the zigzags, because I've never done a zigzag wrap with this shaper. So I'm going to see, well, not as one scarf zigzag, I'll be more specific. But I'm going to see how that's going to work, because that could be so cool. And then I have another veil style that it's a 2 scarf, at least my variation is a 2 scarf wrap. So that's going to be moving into more intermediate using 2 scarves. This particular week of 7 is only 1 scarf wraps. So I got my one here, and I'm kind of going to keep it on the same kind of light theme, I think. I like these pastels. I'm really feeling it. I know I should be feeling burgundies and wines and all the olives and the colors of fall, oranges and yellows, but I'm kind of not feeling it this week. I wore a few over the past few days, and I'm like, I really would just want something really light. And so, oh my goodness, I'm digressing. But so that's the way it's going to work for this next set of videos. I really do hope that you like this series. If there's a particular wrap you want me to put on the list, you really kind of want to, I don't know, pointers, you just want to see me wrap, please leave it in the description, leave it in the comments, and I will get it on this list. So I hope you ladies have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in tomorrow's tutorial.